I wrote Replacement Child to tell the story of my family, to bear witness to their incredible strength and fortitude, and ultimately to find my role in that story. But in the writing, the story evolved into much more. It delves into the relationship of a husband and wife after the death of their daughter, when a plane crashes into their home, and how they rally for the intense care that surviving daughter needs, and how they decide to have another child, in an effort to heal the family and rebuild a sense of normalcy. Being that replacement child turned out to be a weight that I didn't even realize I was carrying until writing the story, or how it had affected the rest of my life. When I started the book, it was with a sense of responsibility to my parents, who had both died that year. I heard their voices in my head, telling me not to let their story go untold. My sister Linda was still alive through the 4 years of the writing, and I would check in with her for accuracy and fact-checking, and she wound up revealing some of the secrets that she was privy to, and that I, as the little sister, was not. I also had mountains of material they all left me, newspaper clippings from the plane crash and letters from each of them telling their perspective. My mother tried to write the story several times in longhand on yellow legal pads in her nearly illegible handwriting. I've tried to capture her anguish in the book and use her words when I could. As I sifted through the letters and the drawer full of newspaper accounts of the accident, I slowly found my place in the story. Writing the book illuminated how my life was virtually formed by this event that occurred before I was born. As I say in my prologue, I was conceived as the salve on the burns. My place in the family was cauterized by the flames. Donna was the 7-year-old daughter who died in the fire that Tuesday afternoon in January. She was the angel that my father often thought of, but could never talk about, who left a permanent hole in his heart that another child could never hope to fill. My mother was devastated by the loss of Donna and suffered nearly debilitating depression. I came to understand how my birth had helped her heal, something I had never considered before writing this story. Linda was the 2-year-old who was so badly burned in the fire from the plane crash that doctors didn't believe she would live. But she was strong and proved them all wrong. Although she was my older sister, I grew up trying to protect her from the unkind words and stares that her scars would often elicit. She never dwelled on self-pity and was an inspiration not only to me but to anyone who came to know her. By the time she was 12, she had learned to walk 3 times over because of the accident and subsequent surgeries. As I say in my dedication, she was the bravest person I've ever known. I think you'll find that Replacement Child is about much more than what the title indicates. At the same time that the story is about a family surviving tragedy, it is also about the complexities of any family dynamics. The father who doesn't quite accept the replacement daughter, the mother who relies on her, and the sister who looks to her as her touchstone of normalcy.